overall setup of this, kind of this line of action again, kind of curving it from here to here, and hopefully being able to isolate some of the shapes. So the circular part again for the head, it is a circle, but as we go through the squash and stretch, it's going to bend itself. Kind of looking for the spine still on the same line of action here. And if you can see, the shoulders are left to right, front and back, so they're foreshortened in front of us at least, not really foreshortened, just overlapping this time. And the eyes kind of closed in the strength that they're putting in there, so just trying to look for that eye line. So if I do it sideways, you can even imagine it being vertical if you do, but that'll help you get that initial selection. And the head kind of tapers a little bit from the forehead back. So if you were to look for the circular part for the eye, it would be there. The nose is almost in a profile now, so it kind of builds that section up there. And again, trying to find a center line going right down the front of the face is going to build that up there. And then the side cheek. So once you get that kind of plotted in there, it makes it a little bit easier to illustrate. So we'll just keep that for starters. Then come down the body, look for the circular spot for the chest, and also one for the hips, the torso first, and then the pelvis, kind of blending it in. And then you can kind of see the curve or the exaggerated squash and stretch right there. Have the skeletal line just for the hips. Hips are overlapping as well as the shoulders. And the feet are kind of digging in right to the heels, so that whole line is kind of a pretty strong straight line, and the feet going up, so you can exaggerate that part. But if you do the same with the arms, they're taking on a kind of a minor line of action themselves, going for this struggling section across to build that across there. And they overlap as well, so you can kind of at least do the front circle for the hand, then come down to the heel of this foot. And there's the foot, and they even overlap with a little perspective happening on that side. And the tail, not as dramatic, but just kind of straighten back. So then just go back, take a look at the head. Here's the ear. And the other one, just kind of seeing it from the side view. That builds that piece up. The eye is kind of closed shut. Kind of actually is, so you kind of center line for just the piece. And trying to find the nose. Triangular shape you almost see from just the bottom up. Cranking that in, and the lower lip quivering a little bit for the strength. And the ear, hopefully you start to see a lot of the relationships between the characters and their stylized feel to it. Build that piece up. Gives you that. And then going into something a little more in focus, like the shoulders. Here's the hand, so you're still using the glove shape to build up the fingers, the back arm kind of just parallel right to it. Fits right in there. Finding the feet. Now the feet again, just have the focus, but the hips go around it. Putting that in there. Put that in there. And again, when you ink this in, you may erase it, but you can also go back one more time just to find the exact final lines for it. Take some of this out a little bit now. There you have it, set up for the inking. And all set.